Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Pathologic Blind. Now, I am pretty done. One of my cornerstones has died, but to be honest, I don't care. None of the characters were developed enough to make me care. So, at this point, I just want an ending. Like, whichever one I'll get, I'll probably be fine with it.
The law of gravity is tragically incompatible with dream catching. Illusions have to be let go of in good time.
There is a tricky way to save the specular tower, but there will be casualties. What do you say?
The law demands that we remain silent, as if there's nothing to save but this ridiculous tower.
There is another tricky way. It allows for saving the town of men, but it also requires a sacrifice to be made. What do you say?
The law is impartial. The choice is yours.
Is there an alternative way to subvert your ridiculously unfair law?
We're just doing our job. Why all the fuss? You've got time. Live some more.
Okay, whatever. Some ominous bullshit about having to make a choice and a sacrifice. To be honest, there was talks of the sacrifice since the freaking beginning of the game, so it's hardly new. Now I think this game also botches. Like, to be honest, it botches most of the things that it touches, but I think it's a mistake that it doesn't give you like stronger characters with actual personalities or like a companion that could get you more invested in this story and in trying to save this place, because as is, I really don't care. Like, some of those characters I have spoken to like once or twice, and one of those characters that I've spoken to twice said they loved me, so like there's hardly a reason to care. And I think the game suffers as a result of that, because I'm not doing all of those things. I'm not trying to combat the epidemic because I'm actually, I actually care about this town or the people of this town, or, in particular, I'm doing this because that's what the game is about, and I have to. So that's probably not great. When your motivation to finish the plot is I bought this game, that's probably not such a great plot, all things considered.
Guests are always welcome here.
There is one last thing left to be done, the saddest and the most essential. I cannot escape it, and happiness demands self-abnegation, does it not? You need me, Victoria, don't you? Speak up. Maria is coming into power. The polyhedron will cease to be a republic of children soon. The toy will go back to its original purpose, and young Casper feels it. He's hesitating. I want to extend a friendly hand to him, and I need a middleman for that. Yeah, who even is Casper? That's the first time I heard about such person. What? Tell him that I propose an alliance in 10 years, and he knows full well that this is how long it will take for my chapel to be built. He will have my hand. I will be his wife, and we will end the age-long conflict of our families. You're on good terms with the Bachelor, are you not? He fawns upon you a lot anyway. The Utopians respect him. He knows how to get there. Are you absolutely committed to doing that? Yes. Alright. But first, I do need to rest. Actually, I forgot. I should have drank the healing thing magic, because otherwise all of that sleep basically goes to waste.
I have a feeling that our choices were a part of some crafty maneuver. I almost fell for it.
I got it, Artemy. I've cracked the puzzle. It does indeed have to do with the most high-level mysticism. Your Udurk is Simon, or not exactly Simon, a structure, an architectural complex. So you see, town, an aspect of the sigil, is preserved. It's actually even emphasized. Now imagine this structure is taking in Simon's soul to become alive. How can it be? I don't understand. I know, it's almost beyond comprehension. A phenomenon that can have both a scientific and a mystical interpretation. I can't explain it, or prove it right now. Aglaya's got the blueprints, but it's true, trust me. A structure absorbs the soul and comes to life. Absorbs the soul? How exactly? Well, it hasn't happened yet, but the Canes guarantee they can do it. It's an interdisciplinary effort that has to do with both optics and the human psyche, and it can be a breakthrough, so a structure becomes a vessel for a soul, like a body? Precisely. Personally, I am overwhelmed and humbled. I could have never have imagined something like this could be possible, a chimera made out of the living and the non-living. I'm absolutely positive, Artemy, that this is your Udurk. Are you aware that Simon was one of Isidore's last patients? I am. Perhaps you're right.
This headache is splitting. I need some rest.
But who is my sacrifice then? I don't know. I think it's all superstition anyway. Without a sacrifice, they won't give me the blood that the serum requires. I must choose the right one. Why don't you ask openly? Let the foreman tell you what he wants from you. He wants me to guess. Well, intimidate him then. I haven't seen the foreman. I don't know what type of a person he is, but I think a solid threat could convince anybody. Intimidate him. How? Kane gave me a hint today. Seems like the foreman had something to do with your father's demise. Big Vlad is also in on it. Didn't he tell you? That's news. He didn't, but he will. Well, he won't because he's dead.
You look unhealthy.
I need to get inside the tower. Tell me how to do that. So you've decided to defend that jewel with your life, haven't you? A worthy choice. It makes me happy to see you come to it. I have indeed. In that case, just say fortified to the dockhead guards. It's a password. Maria told it to me. By the way, seems like Maria has fallen out of favor with her little brother, so if the password doesn't help, just tell them that I'm planning on to save the polyhedron, and that I'm counting on you to help me with this. They'll definitely let you in then. The spirit will bow before the power. The bachelor knows how to get inside this wretched tower. He has been to the very bowels of it, which is something I do not require. I only need to go as far as the threshold. The Canes are plotting something. They're a large family, and each of them wants to live by their own will. It seems that both Capella and the bachelor know of the intrigues these power games entail, whereas I don't give a damn. A letter from Aglaya Lilich, more on the forthcoming sacrifice. I am now fully convinced that I was right. The town is your Udurk. The murderer's tower is your sacrifice. I've been thinking a lot, and it cannot be a coincidence that so many threads of fate were connected by a single knot. You cannot untie this knot, it must be cut. The puzzle has only one possible solution. The town does not know what is killing it. It thinks it fell victim to some disoriented contingency. It is afraid its corpulent body is shivering. The town dreams of itself 7 years later. Protect it, allow it to live. Letter from Mother Superior. We didn't kill the prisoner yet, because he said he needed to pass some really important information to you. This is all because of that bull at the lot. Signed at the fingerprint. The mother of bulls. Now, what? What prisoner? I have no idea what you mean. Made a staggering discovery. So that's all for yesterday. So I can't do anything with it anyway. I guess I'll go to the polyhedron. I was planning on doing that already once. But I fell. Now I have an actual reason, so you know.
has come.
So?
You have to choose for yourself. I don't want to push you.
So, did you find out how to acquire the blood? They're expecting a sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice? A proportional one. I don't know what can be proportionate to a town. Maybe there are other ways to get the blood. I have no idea. Have you heard the legend of the blood puddles that appear by the polyhedron from time to time? Children stop playing and become gloomy when that happens. They think it's a bad omen. A legend? How real is this one? Who can tell me more? The foreman can probably tell you about this. Then I'll find everything today.
There are so many crows in the sky.
What kind of sacrifice do they expect from me? I don't want to talk about this barbarity, savagery, superstition. Is it possible to get the blood without making a sacrifice? Why do you care so much? I want to stop the plague. I want to use the panacea to save the infected. And that means we need a lot of it, wouldn't you agree? I see. Okay, I still don't know what the main quest is supposed to be for today. But climbing that tower will probably take me a while, so maybe someone will write to me by the end. The morning of 11th day has come. All ends tomorrow. Death toll 7,000. Day 11, in which the Haruspex finds himself trapped, for his dilemma consists of mutually exclusive truths. What do you want? Fortified. Alright, you may come in, but only to see the leader. No sidetracking. How do you people manage not to fall down from here?
Sister would love to have me removed from here. One of the adults will take care of the tower now. Simon or Mother, one of them.
Who are you? My name is Artemi Burak. Why have you come? Are you here on my sister's behalf? No, on Capella's. The Olgimski girl, curious, I had a feeling she might make a move. Sooner or later our paths had to cross, so what is she up to? She wants to strike an alliance with you. Children's alliances are not worth a dime. Is she willing to become my wife in 5 years? To submit to me? She is, in 10 years though. They say traces of blood were found by the polyhedron. My dogheads claim they belong to the soldiers' victims, but I think they're lying. Tell me the truth. Are there really soldiers down below? What? But that... There are, but it's not their blood. It was the earth bleeding, not people. Indeed, I've been told this has happened before. The ground bleeds by the stem, as if the polyhedron is a cork stuck in a tube. What should I tell Capella? Tell the Olgimski girl that I shall come. Let it be so. The proud Capella made the first move. and so she will have my support. She offers to strike an alliance, and we accept the offer. You have my word. Can you tell me what's going on? Capella would do it better. As to why I have agreed, I won't tell you. The Kane's business is not the termites' business. I'd love to teach you some good manners. Go ahead and try. Later. So goes the world. Capella is smarter than me, but she is nothing without military support. To be honest, I'm weirded out by the fact that this enormous structure is just used as a child's fort. Like, what? And how do I even leave? Okay. Calara's invitation. Please make sure to speak to me before you go to the abattoir. I will be in the cemetery lodge with Grace. They will attempt to take your life today. I can tell you how to survive and lead your opponents into the trap that they themselves have set.
Yes?
The town will change much in 10 years' time. You have Khan's consent. It didn't take him long. That means he will leave the tower tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and so will his minions. You know how to make a lot of panacea already, don't you? You can count on me. Allow me to thank you. You will assume authority over the kin soon. If everything goes well, and I assume authority over the town, we will rule together, you and I. Cherish my gift. Let it bring soft memories back to life, and memories of the little girl that I used to be. What? You literally still... What? It all ends tomorrow. A single day can change a lot. I can sense almost nothing now. Are my fosterlings fine? Can the mutineers kill the Inquisitor? If Aglaya Lilith falls, even destroyed by petty scheming, we won't be able to protect the town. Don't worry about a thing. Capella's necklace. The necklace of the Mistress of Light. Before it was passed on to Capella, it was worn by Victoria. The necklace is carved from the bones of a massive animal that does no longer live on the island.
The children no longer remember me. There's a peculiar smell on the outside. What is this?
What does it do, though? That is my question.
Aglaya announced that Clara was cursed and banished her. Serves her well. Aglai was in the right. It's the same power that my dear mother used to glimmer with.
The matchmaking was a success. Capella has moved the final figure on the board. A sad move. She was clearly trying to pick the lesser of two evils. It's strange how calm and collected the lad was, as if he always knew what was going to happen.
It's chilly here.
I'll find a use for every single person here. I'll perform the essential miracle.
It's good that you've come to me, orphan. You have had your head you would have had your head rolling if you hadn't. Wouldn't have lived to see the evening. But I will come to your aid tonight and teach you how to stay alive. All right. You're on your way to see the foreman now, aren't you? Yes. The foreman will offer you the final trial today. He'll promise to reveal everything if you pass it. He'll tell you about the sacrifice you're required to make, and you will only have to kill it. See? They'll give you the blood, but it's all lies. Why? The foreman's trial will be designed so that you wouldn't stand a chance. He'll tell you to descend into the depths and go through the throat, or something, and then get back from there. And that's where you will die, because there's no coming back from that place, but I know how to outsmart him. How? Don't ask, I won't tell you. It's not my choice. What do you want for it? Perhaps I'll ask a favor of you tomorrow. Deal? Can I refuse you? Not sure, but to be honest, I don't care. Deal.
I'm sick. The world is going dark.
Why are you hesitant, heir to your father, future priest, head of the kin? Why are you helping me? Do you remember the tale of the orphan? A beautiful pupa helped him, and he helped her in return. I don't know that tale. Well, there are lots of tales like that, believe me. 1 in 3 steppe tales is about an orphan. A robust tradition, as you can see. An orphan is a blessed figure, and you're following in a well-established footsteps. Perhaps.
I'll find a use for every single person here. I'll perform the essential miracle.
You wrote to me, and nothing spoken can disavow that. So what? I wanted you to have one more chance, an option to make a free choice. I believe you. I'll give you some panacea to your... Perhaps I'll give some panacea to your bound.
You've changed. Or am I imagining things?
But that literally... What? You told me nothing. Like, you were supposed to tell me how to trick the foreman. But you literally told me nothing. Huh? I'll make a hard save here just in case it turns out
I'll find...
Why don't...
call her Earth.
Why do you come? I've come to withstand the final trial and find out what sacrifice the kin wants from me. I will send you to the point where Suok's lines meet. You will let her swallow you. We shall talk as equals if you find your way back. Why can we only speak as equals after the trial? Everyone goes through the trial. So did your father. It is only then that you will see how far the vein of bother goes. You will walk along it and circle back, tying life and death together, just as a vein is tied into a knot. A vein wastes precious blood in vain when untied. When did my father pass the trial? Later than he should have. You ask too many questions. Are you going? I am. Get out of here and go to the right. Step into the next cave. It is the hollow of her primal womb. You will see a well. This is where her navel is untied for those who have the knowledge. Then you will fall down, lay your body down there, and come towards Suok's navel. Go to the heart of her lines, and come back here. And then we'll talk. Is it that simple? You will see. Okay. Okay, there's a fetus inside the tower, apparently. The ultimate trial of the warden. To learn what appropriate sacrifice is, I will have to descend to the very bottom of the inner cavity within the womb of Suok. Getting there and back again is my ultimate trial. Hello? Come to us, sweet soul. Look, the nails are waiting for you. I'm not dead yet. Talk some more, sweet soul. Look, some nails are already in. Are you drawing my last breath from me? Indeed. It is leaving you with every word you mutter. Look at the nails, there's only one left. Make your final step. Go devour someone else. Okay, so I shouldn't be talking to them, is what you're telling me. That's me.
I'll find a use for every single person here. I'll perform the essential miracle.
Don't listen to the demons. Move down the tunnel. You will see female silhouettes there. They are fated souls. Choose the one to go instead of you. Make a deal with any of the three and regret nothing. Talk as little as you can, that they who are beyond the wall won't hear you. Are they souls? These are teke. A teke is a clot between the warm and the cold. It's like a soul, only smaller and able to talk. It escapes the sick and the sleeping, hanging between the warm earth and the cold sky, so that the spirits could whisper in its ear, demanding to hear the story of that person's life. But these ones, are they alive? No need for sorrow, they are all dead anyway. Don't waste your words in vain, save your breath. Alright. When you have chosen a soul, ask her what you want to know. She will tell you the truth, use the opportunity. Then walk through the black opening. It'll let you through. Okay.
Are you sure you're in good health? I'm glad.
Now walk along the tunnel, don't hesitate. Move faster before they are disturbed.
So,
who is
the town
it?
be destroyed along with the townsfolk?
I want to ask you a question. Go ahead, be quick. It's hard for me to stay in this place for long. Who is the sacrifice the kin is expecting from me? That is unclear. I see the line breaking in two here. They are parallel though, like a circle turned inside out. And I can't look at it anymore. I'll lose my mind. You didn't answer my question. Who is the person I am meant to sacrifice? There was no person. I don't understand. What shall I do? Can I come back? Stay here. Foreman Oyun has killed Isidor Burak the day before my arrival. What? But that was not the question I asked.
It is hard.
Leave quick. Don't talk to me, it hurts. I'm on my way.
As the mind endeavors to reach one goal, the heart insensibly drags us towards another.
Off with you. The palaver became an ordeal I will no longer endure. Where's the bull, Burak? Did you take him off the stake? In. Well, that's really not the time.
Why aren't we being prepared for an evacuation?
Okay, so what you're telling me is I asked the wrong question. Or... Or maybe I'm just supposed to go back to him and confront him? Like, that's the only thing I can think of doing.
Suok is waiting for you.
What do you want, dead one? I am alive. You're to call me Elder One now. You went into the throat. You followed the path of water. You couldn't have come back. Or are you a sorcerer that dared to break the lines of the House of Suok with his black magic? Now I know who killed my father, and you know what that means. I have. But I will restore the lines of Suok's womb. Take one step back if you're no spirit. I am no longer where you had sent me. See for yourself. Ow.
Yes.
Only he who delivers the kin from an unworthy warden and takes his place will gain the access to the bowels where the sacred blood flows. How do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of the warden kin, known by their hands for they are butchers, known by their eyes for they are surgeons, known by their deeds for they follow the lines, freezing within the burial hall, silent at the threshold of non-existence, the kin do not greet the worthy warden, if you only arrived earlier. Oyun, the unworthy foreman, proved to be a disproportionate sacrifice. Okay, so I have a lot of time actually until the end of the day, so I will go visit Notkin and generally just run around, see if anyone's dying. I have one panacea, I'll just throw it at random at someone, because I don't care about any characters like in particular. I do kinda need more food though. I'm not sure if I can afford. Yeah, I should be able to. If someone still has food, that's like my main worry, to be honest. My final request is of a tragic sort. I didn't want to bother you with something like this, but all of our plans are at stake. Please come see me if you can. Victoria. Alright. First and second. Well, I have to get rid of it. It's only one, so first come, first serve. Kind of deal.
Always welcome here.
I don't change so much. There's time. I hope it changes for the better. Actually, want
no time for ching wagon.
Has the bull from yesterday really broken free? Thank you. Where is he now? I'd like to bring him here. What bull? I thought it was your handiwork. Sorry, I guess. It's just that I was counting on you. What happened? The girls have reported that there's no longer a bull in the bone steak lot. I thought he was taken off the steak. Was he alive? I'm worried. Are you sure? You had nothing to do with it at all? I'll check the situation. I was meaning to anyway. They are waiting for me there. It is time to free the bull from the horrible steak. Let the blood run loose. I can stop it. My assistants should be waiting for me at the lodge. Move along, nothing to see here. It's all done with anyway. Hey, over there, block the roads. Tell Longin to send the rifle squad. Where is the bull? It was burned down. I bet you're lying. Where is it? Get lost, or you'll have your beef roasted. Who ordered to burn the bull? We have a commanding officer, Captain Longin. If you have any questions, you're welcome to visit the ordnance headquarters. My job is to burn infectious dirt. You fit the description. Ain't you brave with the flamethrower and all? That Longin of yours may turn out to be more compliant. Really? Okay, that's... Here, at the mutineers' headquarters, is the person who ordered the burning of the miraculous bull, an officer called Captain Long. I'm listening. Was it your order to burn the bull? As an officer, I expect to be addressed as sir. Self-respecting people address soldiers likewise. I am a steppe man. There are no sirs in the steppe. So? Do you even realize what kind of creature it was? Thousands of panacea samples could have been made from it. The flamethrower corpse burned everything that is a sanitary hazard. A bull in a lot went very much against sanitary regulations. In all honesty, the whole town is abnormal. Who gave the order? Was it the commander? There is an authorized agent commissioned with supervising the sanitary situation in town, Butcher Dankowski. He is in charge. So that's who's doing it is. What? Makes no sense. I mean, he knows how the panacea is made. Boss Turok departs. What could have happened to the bull last night? Could it be that the children were wrong in the first place? I can't believe it. The last of the bulls that were older than our settlement has been burned by the mutineer soldiers. They referred to me to the instructions issued by the new officer in charge, some Captain Longin. So Butcher Dankowski was the inspiration for the crime. I wonder how he will justify his wrongdoing. To be honest, I do wonder that as well, because by all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Should I just give up?
And did they burn the bull on your orders? What bull? Think about it. There was no bull. Ah, okay, so you switched it. I get your subtle hint. Did I get... If we could look soberly on the matter, everyone did just as they should. The bachelor was doing his duty. Still, the resolution of this story has a strong air of sacrilege about it. What?
I have a feeling that our choices were...
No, so wait. I don't get it. After all. Like, I thought you switched it with something else and then pretended they burned it. And you took it for yourself to, like, make medicine out of it. But it doesn't seem to be the case. So, to be honest, who knows and who cares? The Bachelor, proof of Agnia's deceit. Agnia Lilich has made a fool of all of us. Both of us were pawns in her terrifying maneuver. That's the way of it. Ask her yourself. Block and I have her cornered. Oh, lol. I must be really tired. Well, Block and I have her cornered. We have completely disarmed her, so she has no choice but to confess. My dear Burak, she is your sacrifice. I don't think it is at all necessary to slit her throat with your own knife. You see, if the town is destroyed, the head of Agnia Lilich will be separated from her shoulders in less than a day. It has transpired that the horse situation affords her a stay of her death warrant. If she presents the town entirely purged of any disease to the powers that be, she is granted the pardon. The issue is, it is impossible. The disease has soaked into the town. It keeps rising up from the very roots of it. It's doubly deplorable that she has deceived you. She didn't merely save her life. She pursued her own purpose, too, which is to destroy the polyhedron. The disease can be destroyed only if we destroy the town. There is no other option. By your own reasoning, I cannot be wrong about it, can I? Please take this into consideration if you come to the cathedral. But to be honest, like, isn't that distinction irrelevant? Like, if I destroy the town to destroy the disease, everyone is dead. But if I do not do it, everyone is also dead of disease. But it has been first of all noted that the disease doesn't last that long on inorganic matter. And second, if nobody would even come close to this place, like, nobody else would have gotten infected outside of the people that were here and have already died. So to be honest, I fail to see the exact gravity of that choice.
The day is here. Your kindly efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed too.
On how your precious Agnia Lilich lied to you. Your sacrifice is Agnia Lilich. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to kill her, but there's little doubt that the offering is her. I am telling you this in my capacity as a true mistress. Treat this as the first of my prophecies. This is the truth. The reason why Agnia Lilich deceived you was that she wanted to save her own life. Don't try to prevent the destruction of the town. By this, the prophecy will be fulfilled, and the king will accept you. Ask her yourself. I doubt she has what it takes to deny it.
whatever you do, you'll have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out to the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the general sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
A letter from Agria Village, tomorrow's council. This is to remind you that of the council tomorrow. Commander Block and I have reached an agreement. You will hear out any reasonable suggestion as to how the town may be saved. Owing to your efforts, we do have a suggestion, don't we? After that, we will hear out the mistress. A young Ogilsky girl and Maria Karina were invited. I guess Katerina will tag along. Are you in any way related to Capella? She says she will lend her support to our cause. Is she alright? We won't be able to resolve the proceedings without the mistresses. They are the guarantee of the town's obedience. Those wielding emergency powers will leave soon enough, and the mistresses will remain. It isn't possible to keep the town in submission unless the population behaves, quiet as to not evoke the ever-present threat of death. The Block doesn't know that we've met or exchanged letters. He also doesn't know of your friendship with Capella. This could be important. I put my trust in you. Yours, A.
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
So, have you made a decision? About what? It's high time to make choices. As for me, before the artillery starts firing, I am packing my belongings and leaving the town, having grabbed some people I wanted to save. I could have found my own solution, but I don't have the time. Who are you planning to grab? A few people. They will assist in building a new town. What will happen to the old one? I could make them destroy the settlement along with the Bull project, yet the polyhedron would remain. Block has assured me he would fire a strike so precise that the other shore of the Gorgon wouldn't be scattered. The river will swallow the plate, he said. The people will die if we destroy the town. Look around, there's no one alive except for the two of us. The infected ones don't count. They have less than 24 hours to live in any case. I could at least help them. Really? Then could you please make it so that I could show up at the council and present the commander with arguments in favor of the following arrangement. The corrupt town disappears from the face of the earth, and the polyhedron stays. It's aseptic and damn it, it's simply worth preserving. What do you need to do? Not a lot, but not so little either. I'll come to the cathedral on the condition that I am certain of the survival of the people to whom I am about to devote my time. Are you willing to help me in that? I'll try to do something. How can I recognize your confidants? I wrote to you about them the other day, but in case you lost that letter, I'll tell you how to spot them. They all want one thing, and that's to preserve the marvelous tower. Nothing else matters to them. And this is the last day. The choice has to be made. Only the bachelor will be able to convince the chess queens that the utopian solution is the right choice. Before he attends the final council in the cathedral, he will have to make sure that he's bound or alive. They are Georgi Victor, Maria Kaina, as well as Peter and Andrei Stammetin. But I have literally 0 panaceas, so I'm not quite sure how am I supposed to save them.
Should I just give up? Should I just give up?
Hmm. 700-600 people died. This is the final day. You have less than 14 hours to make the right choice, in which it finally becomes apparent what it was all about.
Cost what it may, the tower should remain intact. The tower is clean.
What do you care about the tower so much? It's just a tower. It's pretty cool, don't get me wrong, but I would much rather somehow save the people. Although it seems to me none of this is going to be happening, because like I have 0 panaceas, so I can't save anyone. Like literally anyone. Are you sure everyone you're in charge of is alive? How many people do you want me to bring back to life? Let me check. I don't think going around to check on them makes any sense, because Victor Kain. Okay, so all the 3 of them, which I guess at least is close, but I literally cannot save anyone.
I'm too old. Nothing can harm me anymore.
I would have no future if not for you. The cause that I serve could fail without me, thank you. What kind of future is destined for you? The town will be rebuilt. We will transfer to the other side of the river. The land is clean there, no one will disturb us. The polyhedron will become the foundation of a new settlement. Just like the abattoir had become for the doomed one. A new era will set in. I hope you succeed. There's no problem, I have no problem with building another settlement. I just don't want to necessarily leave the people here to die. We are too few now. I won't succeed by myself. Every person counts. Do you know how many of us have survived? My mission here is not yet complete. There will be enough.
Most men only die because they know not how to prevent dying.
My path was called the Mistress. I should have held on to the memory of my wife for the town.
I would have no future if not for you. The cause that I serve could fail without me. Thank you. What kind of future is destined for you? Okay, you say the exact same thing though, as your brother does.
Did you see anything weird on your way here?
She says the same thing. You aren't allowed in here, Burak. Some of our actors are standing guard by the doors, of some of our patrons, the regular audience so to speak. The theater is closed. So you mean that until at least one mask is standing guard at the door, of at least one doomed person, is precisely what I mean. At least one? You gotta be kidding me. We have every right to do this. It is our theater, not yours. Whatever, I don't really care.
There's a peculiar smell on the outside. What is this?
I would not have lived to see today if not for you. Now, if my design works, I will be able to revive the town. I'm grateful to you, Warden. I'll never forget it. The outcast children who have left the Polyhedron will establish a new town. They will become new mistresses and rulers. They will lay down a new triangle of powers and beginnings. This time, it will stand firmly on its base rather than trying to balance on one of the vertices. What triangles of powers and beginnings? The earth begot the town begot the tower begot the plague and cleansed the earth. The butchery is wrong. To overcome non-existence, it is not enough to just kill death. You also have to fill the void. Only the town can overcome chaos. Why are you calling them outcasts? Didn't they leave the tower on their own? It is not a cause, it's an effect. They have left the polyhedron because their fate lies elsewhere. Prisoners of dreams can build, but they cannot rule. Moreover, you have to be resolute, mature and independent to break free from childhood. Only most outstanding children can do it. I've heard you wanted to found a new religion. I don't. You still fail to grasp who mistresses are. So do the children, which is why they keep talking about a religion. Can religion be invented by a man? It's not a game. What? Of course religion can be invented by a man. You know, if you ask me, that's how religion works. Alright, but I have it your way, it's not a game. Tell me, will you stay with us? Will you rule the kin like your father was supposed to be? To be honest, I hate this place. I want to leave this place. You can leave with Aglaya, but what are you to the outer world? An unkillable savage with backwards ideas, a futureless backcountryman, an opportunist with a bloody past. When the first infatuation fades over, Aglaya will turn her back on you. You were only brought together by the insanity of what was happening here. You should stay with us, lead the kin, take care of your people. You know the lines. You are right, I do know the lines.
My path was my namesake.
To be honest, I can't be bothered to visit everyone. If someone is dying, it's not like I can stop it. I have literally zero everything. So I'll just go and see how the game ends, and you know, that's that. In Clara's letter, I know you're interested in pairs, oppositions, and other meaningful similarities, so let me remind you of something. The first pair should be read as follows. If the Udurk your father spoke of is the town, and the polyhedron is your sacrifice, there is no other way, since the two are correspondent to each other. Crush the polyhedron, and rivers of blood will flow, the underground ichor emerging from the hollow rock on which the tower stood. The second pair means, if Aglaya is your sacrifice, then Simon is your Udurk. In that case, you have no other choice but to protect the polyhedron. I am standing in the left wing of the termitary. Come and see me if you please. My plan is the only one that is feasible. Nothing will have to die. To be honest, I won't be going back, because that's all the way over here, and like, whatever will be will be. I don't have anything to help them with, so, you know, screw it. Are you sure everyone you're in charge of is alive? Who told you I agreed to be in charge of anyone? Wrong. Even if that is your opinion, your conscience must think otherwise. Were you aware that they depended on you? You were. Could you have kept them away from harm? Absolutely. Have you been notified in advance how this is going to end? Definitely. Which means, can I still fix this? There is very little time left. Only 15 portions of the concoction could have been produced. If you have collected them all, then good for you. You're welcome to make the rounds. Offer the medicine to the vulture-faced corpse bringers, standing watch by the doors, waiting to hear the owner's last breath. All is not yet lost. Yeah, but literally, how many people do you want me to bring back to life? I don't want anything. It's what you're supposed to do. And it's not how many, it's about which ones exactly. And you're well aware which ones. And what if I'm not? When you are out of luck, don't worry, there are enough smart people in there. They'll probably figure out what to do without you, unless you get into a stalemate. Which people exactly should stay alive? The people you've been charged with protecting, the people whose faith you have without a second thought taken into your own hands. Are you keeping a list of all of those people in a chest pocket close to your heart? What do I do if I just can't? Like, I don't have any blood. So do I have to go and speak with the changeling? I must admit, that's pretty annoying, actually. Because it's not... I can't change anything. Like, is it a matter of waiting?
You look at nothing. Sorry, I think that
If there's enough people like me, the town will stay the same. We'll surrender ourselves to Clara, unregretted.
Thank you.
Rotten life belongs to the new mistress.
Thank you. I need to live a little longer. There's one more thing that has to be done. My death will not be purposeless now. What kind of thing? I am to perform the most precious of all feats, the feat of self-sacrifice. I will do what Simon has done. Every single particle of my body and soul will become life-bearing, bursting with life and granting it to others. There will be no cannon fire. The town will continue to grow. The threat to the future will stretch from the very dawn of time. Do you really believe it can be done? We are too few now, but if there's at least a dozen of us, it will be enough for the town to expand further and beyond. Hopefully the place where daydreams are captured and fulfilled will live to see 200 years more. And how many of those like me have survived? There will be more of them. I'm not sure, to be honest. So I'm not sure how it... Like, will I have to heal them later, or does it just count, like, whoever is healthy now is like alright for the end, for the ending? Because I'm not entirely sure how this works.
We fear everything, old boy, as mortals do, and desire everything as if we were immortal.
Oh, I know you. You're the salesman who used to sell me that excellent drawing paper. You used to cut it wrong, though. You started from the wrong end. I thought you were dead, though. My brother killed you. You can't know me, as I'm not a salesman. Too bad I'm all out of the potion. I would gladly share it with you otherwise. I can't live without it, you understand? It's totally out of the question. I'm too dangerous when I'm sober. I ought to keep my mind chained. That is because I'm Peter Stamatin, the architect of His Imperial Highness. I am Burak, Artemi Burak.
It's essential to allow yourself no time to think. That's how you get to heaven.
All I need is some rest. Okay,
If
whatever.
we're in the...
Whatever, that is literally the first time I have met you.
Yes?
See how everything turns out? Who could have thought? You have to sacrifice something, either the town or the polyhedron. One of the queens wants to destroy the Wanderer's tower, while others seek to raise as much as possible just to make sure. Do you have a different solution? I could arrange it so that everything stays the way it used to, if I could get into the cathedral and look the Inquisitor in the eye, but I can't. I have to take care of my confidence. They have to put their faith in me already, you see, and I cannot abandon them now. I'll do my best to help. How do I recognize your bound? All of them are listed in the letter. They are easily recognizable: the persecuted, the outcasts, the villains, the criminals, those whose only shelter is me, their new mistress. I'll take care of your outcasts. Only the changeling will be able to explain the advantages of her paradoxical solution. Before she attends the final council, she'll want to make sure that her bound are alive. Bad Grief, Rubin, Aspity, Anna, Yulia, Lara, Alexander and Katerina.
It's so cold.
Time is almost up. Soon the barrage begins. To be honest, I am not okay with that. There doesn't exist to be such an option. Let them shoot. I wish this over and done as soon as possible.
Neither the town...
As for me, I am totally fine with the bachelor's choice, and pay a visit to Maria, the Scarlet Mistress, the one whose ascension your dear bachelor is looking to ensure. Go to her after giving up your right to make a choice. Go, she's still daydreaming. She won't stoop to hiding her real intentions from you. She's absolutely convinced that puny, insignificant babies like Victoria or me can do nothing to get in her way. Is she now? I think I will pay her a visit.
I'm sick. The world is going dark.
But I did pay her a visit already before.
Neither.
Like, I don't understand. What does the game even want from me at this point? Like, I relinquish, everything. Because I can't save anyone, I can't help anyone, I don't have any resources. So how do I just make the game end? I can get the worst ending, who cares? Just give me an ending. Artemi Burak, if what I'm told is right, you may be the only physician of some moral integrity in the town. You are the only one to have avoided any dealings with the wretched Inquisitor, a fact all the more confirmed by her trying to give me the exact opposite impression. I am somewhat confused, as I do believe the best I can do is to go with whatever decision is to go with your decision, whatever it is. The proceedings are to begin at 7 in the cathedral. Before 6:30 you may find me at the town hall. Alexander Block, 4th Army Commander.
I'm tired. I've had enough.
Our fate will be decided today. There are so many things I wanted to tell you, but would never dare to utter. I'd rather not write to you at all than influence your decision. The only thing I am fully convinced of is that your father's inheritance, denoted by the sign of the Udurg, is the town itself, the settlement made of the 3 parts: the earth, the knots, and the stone yard. Everything else is, I would expect you to know already. We won't see each other before the council. This is how it has to be. Whatever you choose, I will understand it. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll even get a choice at this point. Because it's like I haven't fulfilled the part of, like, I haven't helped them, but that's because I couldn't, so whatever. To be honest, at this point, you would have to pay me to replay this game, or any part thereof that isn't strictly required to reach the end credits. So, you know, whatever will be, will be. So how do I... what? Okay, I'm really confused as to what the game is even... like, what does it want from me at this point?
The contaminated town will have to be destroyed. It's sodden with the sand dirt that can't be eradicated.
What? What? Okay, so I guess I got the everybody dies ending. I'm not sure what the game wanted from me here at the last stage, but to be honest, I cannot even pretend to care. I'll take this. I have reached the end credits, apparently, somehow. Although, you know, with everyone dying, everything I have done over those whatever many hours was essentially entirely pointless. So, you know, great job. Man. God. I am pretty close to hating this game. I don't think this is a good game. It was incredibly boring and incredibly tedious most of the time. And there was nothing in it that would elevate it past the tedium. Like, the only thing that was kinda cool was the overall concept of how the infected districts changed and like the ambient in them, how the colors changed, you know, the screams in the background. It was all rather atmospheric, but like, there was nothing fun and nothing interesting about this game. It was such a mind-numbingly boring and tedious exercise in futility, with, you know, running and running and running and running and running over and over and over and over again through the same locations and picking up trash. Like, God, it has been a really long time since I played a game that I think sucked as much as this one does. Like, whatever is there in this game that people praise, much less, you know, touted as some kind of a masterpiece that's so profound that few will understand it. I certainly don't understand it. I don't know what's so great about this game. I don't even know what is good about this game or decent about this game. This game is just crap. Like, if you are a fan of this game and have somehow reached this point, which, to be honest, would be weird, but, you know, weirder things have happened in this universe, do tell me what it is specifically about this game that you think is great, or what do you think specifically about this game, you know, made your playthrough, if not enjoyable, then at least, like, profound in such a way? Like, what made it a worthy experience to go through? Because I don't see it. I consider the time spent on this game to be time wasted. I would much rather have been playing something else. And it just... Yeah, I had enough. I had already bought Pathologic 2, which means sometimes in the future I will have to play it because my OCD will compel me to do so. But then it'll probably be a while because I'm so tired of this. I'm so done that it's difficult for me to even adequately put into words how tired this game made me. And to be honest, it's going to be a fun experience when I condense all of the running, you know, speed it up, to see how much the playthrough has shrunken. Because it would seem to me like half of this game is just backtracking, maybe even more than that. There wasn't that much dialogue. So, yeah. I guess that was Pathologic. It was pretty crap. I didn't like it one bit. I kinda regret sinking so much time into this. Disregarding the money, it was just not worth it, the investment of effort. So, yeah, I think it's kinda crap and mostly bullshit. So I will let the credits play in their entirety out of my respect, quote unquote, for the developers. But apart from that, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.